take a look at how to beat an Agile player. Now I've got our player in orange, which is the one we're going to look at, and he's doing really well in this game. Like, he's really taking it to our other player, and who's really very good. And you see what happens. He just gets stuff back and makes the other player just play that extra one shot, and that extra one shot that just happens to be too much in this case. So that ability to go and push somebody around and really make them work is a real asset. You see once again here, he takes him short as soon as he can, and he'll pop it in short again. Once again, he uses his agility to get the ball back, gets it back, never gives up, opens up opportunity, and there we go. All right, so this is all coupled with a quality deep game. So not every rally is like this, of course. And if you have a look at the scores, they're really quite close. So it is a quite a close outcome here and there. So it's 11-9 the first day. The game's pretty much in the balance as well. So it's really tight, and it's not an easy foregone conclusion as to who's going to win this match. Okay, so generally what happens, our orange player, he will place the ball down the wall and drive and all that sort of gear. But what happens is, as soon as he can get in a situation where he can get that scrappy, scrambly game, and he'll take his opponent short relatively often. You see he's pushing him down the back, keeping him off balance. And once again, he tries to pitch it deep. Now this is where he really starts to come to the fore, because he's so agile. It means that he can start to recover and retrieve shots that wouldn't normally come back. Or now he's got a really good court position. It's a little bit difficult as to really, for the player in white to clear, as in clear his shot. And so what happens is he just places it down the back, turns him around, and he's in a position where he can move forward, but it's just all over that rally. So once again, it's down the back. So what he's going to do is he's going to take it short relatively early and make him stretch. So if he can do that, it opens up opportunity. The first one didn't work, so what does he do? He goes again. Now we're in a situation where we're in an agile game, which is his main area of strength. Didn't get hold of that, but he's been able to scramble. Okay, so he's just getting that back in however he can, finding a court position and trying to find trying to basically stay close, looking for the volley. And with that, the speed of drive off the legs is really quick. If you play a short shot from a short position for an agile player, it opens up this, which is an opportunity. And so what happens is the shot choice was not really good. If you go short, then you need to make sure the next one goes deep. And that's just how it happens. So we go forward from there, and then we have a look at as it gets towards the end of the match, and it's broken open a little bit because of the way it is with the play and all the rest. So he's gone short as soon as he can. This is where there's no pressure on him because he's well up on the scoreboard, and he just wanted a quick rally there, and he was willing to go and back his speed as the match gets towards the end. Now, as long as you're relatively fit, you can keep, like, the score, as I said, sorry about that. The score, as I said, is pretty much very close. Like, you can afford to gamble and take his opponent forward a little bit really quickly, where he may not be expecting it. His opponent was looking for a strong, hard rally to really just get back into the match, and he just went with a really quick, sharp rally to try and see if he can use his speed to go and knock it off. So it becomes easy if there's no scoreboard pressure, but it's by no means easy if there is scoreboard pressure. So that's how it goes. All right, so now you've established what he's capable of. Let's look at the next match, which is a final, by the way. And what happens is our player in blue is very strong and very powerful. And so what happens is he's got a base game around a deep drive, and he's very solid, and he'll take it short very much straight whenever he can, and the next one will be deep. And so that will be the base game plan that he will use. And so if we go from here, once again, what he's done is he's tried to go and rally him out. So this is the next move that happens. So once you try and you fail, then you get to the stage where you start to go and drive more down the back, and you elongate the rallies and you work on your fitness. So there's two things that the orange player has got, and that is the fitness and the agility. And so he's going to try and elongate the rallies out and not go for as many shots, so he's not dragging his opponent forward as much. What he is doing is he's going to make sure that he pushes it out as much as he can, so the rallies get longer and his opponent gets tired. Okay, so let's look at the shot choices here. So what you'll notice is you'll notice our player in blue will lift the ball deeper, and it will make it relatively bounce deep. So his bounces will be pretty much toward the back of the court. And there it's back near that back of the service box again. And so he lifts it up so it floats sort of deep. He's still hitting powerful, hitting strong, but he's not smacking it downwards. He's lifting it up, making sure it always just drifts into that back corner. Now, he's chosen to go short, because what happens, you cannot just drive deep. And what he's trying to do is only just play an okay drop shot to drag his opponent forward, and then the next one will be deep, which means it's a backward move. And that unsettle sort of just stops him from getting a position on the court where he can control it. And then he'll go back into his deep driving again. So he'll base everything around deep and strong, and then once again, as soon as he's got his opponent just covering the back of the court, and he senses it, he'll push him short, and then he'll come in and look for the next deep one. Not a case of just driving deep, but what you do need to have is a really strong base deep game. So to put that in context, a straight base deep game, what it does is it makes the opponent in orange make the play. So if you, as the blue player, decide that you're just going to push the ball down the back mostly, get that as established norm, and keep your opponent towards the back so they get used to hanging around the back. And then what happens is once they start to hang around the back, then you'll drag them forward and you'll go straight to the back move again. So when you've got plenty of time and you're really comfortable, you'll go short. Next one has to go deep. So there's no other choice, and pitch it deep and running down the back. So there's been no risk there. And you'll notice this post that comes up here, once again, it's off an easy shot, and there is no real risk. He's just dragged him forward to get him out of position, and that's just how it works. So it's a base deep game, but you must be strong to do it. And the other thing that happens is you'll see that there is quality targets, as in width and everything as well. So it's not just a case of hitting hard. You'll see it's lifted up to go to the back of that service box. Here he's going to draw short. Yep, sorry. And here this will be a deep shot. And there it goes. He's just landed it deep, so he hasn't tried to smash it down hard and low. He's tried to just push him right down the back. So it's that choosing to go short, and he will go short straight. He will not go short with a cross court. And boasts are really, I know he played a boast before, but boasts are interesting because they open up opportunity. So you want to be careful as a strong hard hitter to play too many boasts if you've got an agile player, because they're very fast and they really have options when you play boasts. So it'll be more straight drops and volley drops that will happen. There'll be straight driving a lot and pitching deep when your opponent doesn't cover the cross court. And just to keep them honest as well, you'll go cross court. So it's gone from a situation where the game was all over the court, and the whole lot of the court was being used a lot, to a situation where all of a sudden there was mostly the play was down the back. Up here, all of a sudden the play came towards the front of the court, and that's where agile players are generally fast and strong in options. And there's a thing called counterpunching. This is counterpunching, bang. So what happens is fast players will counterpunch. And I'll do that because I'll take an opportunity of any shot which is not hit well enough. And so therefore, if you don't give the opportunity for counterpunch, you won't give the opportunity to get hurt. So basically that's why you'll straight drop. So when we were back here, yeah, plenty of time, and it'll be a straight drop and it'll be put on the wall there. And that's what we're after. So it just cuts out the options to be able to do fancy shots, and it makes it more difficult for your player. This one here was once again a straight drop. So here, opportunity here, no winner, straight drop. Drive it into the sidewall so it stays on the sidewall, cuts out the boast, cuts out other options, come in on a rising ball, bang, and hit target depth, and I know off it goes. So if you want to beat a agile player, you have to hit with a base drive game, work that on, push them to the back. Then when they start hanging around the back a little bit more, then drop the one short and the next one goes to the back. Try and stay relatively straight, because agile players are generally quite fast across the court as well. But if you've got the skill and you've got a little bit of deception like this guy has, who's really, really quite good, then you can go across court a little bit more because the ball will bind in the back corner. So there you go. They are the rules to beat an agile player. So it's really quite not simple, but it's really quite a good way to go and approach a match. And you have to just work out whether or not your quality and your strength can outlast their agility and their speed and their fitness. And so there you go. It's a wonderful thing. Get into it and practice your driving and practice hitting targets, because that's what it's all about. So drifting the ball to depth, which will really be the basis of everything. Hope this helps.